All right, new agents, new Medicare agents, welcome. So you guys are just starting the process and you're trying to figure out what carriers I need to contract. So I already have another video that explains what Medicare Advantage carriers you need to contract with. Now we're going to talk about the Medicare Supplement Carriers. Before I do that, guys, here's what I want you to do. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to it. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I need a channel to grow, so make sure you do that. The other thing is that on your Medicare Advantage contracting link, you will be contracting through one path, okay? Now, your Medicare Supplement contracting is going to go through another path. This other path is the same path that you use to get life insurance. Now, if you don't have life insurance or through us, if you go through some other organization, make sure that your current upline, you request that new path. Okay, it goes through Insurance Bay, but make sure that you're using the correct one. Now, the question that I get from a lot of you guys is, what med carriers do I contract with? There's a ton of them. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the ones that I use, but they're the ones that are competitive for my area. So you're going to have to kind of use what's competitive for your area. So let me share what I got. Okay. Now I went through the software. You're one of our agents. We're going to give you access to this CSG actuarial tool. You'll be able to go on here, enter some information, and it'll pull the mess of carriers up for you. Not all of them, but the majority of them. Now, I'm kind of biased to Mutual of Omaha. I started with them back in 1999. So Mutual of Omaha is really one of my go-tos. I don't have a problem selling that carrier. Sometimes if you pick some of these other carriers that these insureds had never heard of, one of the things that's something you got to overcome. Now, we agents know that a Plan G is a Plan G. The rates or the coverages are all standardized. So as far as the coverage, it really doesn't matter. But an insured may have a little trouble overcoming the issue of not knowing or not trusting the name of the carrier. So I tend to stick with big name carriers. And also, it just happens that in my area, the big name carrier, Mutual of Omaha, which I have yet to run into a senior that does not know Mutual of Omaha. The Wild Kingdom, it's just a well-known brand, and it works for me. And it's also very competitive, especially if they live with somebody, if they're married to somebody, or they live with somebody in the house that's over 18 years old, I believe. So I went in here, entered some information for a 65-year-old female in my area with a Plan G, and Mutual of Omaha popped up as the most competitive. Now, Mutual of Omaha can be a little less expensive if I click on this filter over here and I add the discount. Okay, so, oh, no, I apologize. This is just adding carriers that only have this discount. Okay, I apologize. But anyway, guys, it's $116 for this Plan G. Okay, it gives me the AM Best rating, the rating type, a 10 age, and it tells me here that they would get a 12% discount if we can apply this household discount. So not too bad. Guys, take a look at this thing. They've been in the market for 56 years. Okay, guys, I don't think you're going to have any trouble selling this carrier. Okay, Philadelphia American, again, it's also very competitive. Humana, United Healthcare, they've been a little uncompetitive in the past, but they're coming on strong. But they're $8 more expensive than Mutual of Omaha. Okay, and you've got Oxford, you've got Atlantic Coast, you've got Pan American, you've got Pekin Life, I guess, Puritan Life, Bankers Fidelity. Guys, you've got a huge amount of carriers. So my recommendation, stick with a couple. Now, we are missing Aetna. Aetna's very, very competitive and also well-known. You've got to go directly to their platform to quote. So I would recommend get Mutual of Omaha. They've also got great life products, but I go Mutual of Omaha.
I may get Philadelphia American. I hear that they're very competitive, or at least their underwriting is competitive, somewhat lenient for those underwriting questions when you have to write somebody who you're flipping from one plan to another. Humana, of course, everybody knows Humana. United Healthcare. You know, the only downside with United Healthcare, guys, is they have to be a member of AARP. Could be a bad thing or could not be a bad thing, but regardless, they have to have an AARP membership. So just a quick idea there of what carriers to get. I hope that helps. Oh, and the other question I always get, well, what if they don't want a G? What do they want an F? Well, they can't get an F now. They'd have to be 65 before 1/1/2020. So Fs are no longer available to those that are new to Medicare now, but they can do an N. Okay, Ns are very, very competitive. But on this end, guys, they're going to have some copays that they're going to pay. There is a $20 copay for an office visit, a $50 copay for emergency room, and then they could potentially have some out of pockets with they could pay any excess charges on the end. But for somebody who's super healthy, look at the rates here. Philadelphia came up strong. They beat Mutual out on this one. Atlantic Coast is pretty close there, and so is Humana. So pick a few of these carriers, guys, get them, because as far as Medicare Advantage and MedSup, you never know which way your customer is going to go. Okay, and when we train you guys, you're gonna present, and you're gonna give them the option of choosing left or right. Okay, it's not right or wrong, it's not better or best, it's just which way do they prefer to go. It's like buying a car or a truck. So it's best to have these carriers in your tools, in your portfolio of tools that you've got. And that way, if you do go the route of a Medicare supplement, you can you'll have some to offer there. And do remember, just a pro tip here, you got to make sure you're also pairing up with a prescription drug plan, because these plans do not cover prescription drugs. Okay. All right.